Now, NBC5 Responds getting results tonight. We're now 2.5 years into that massive CPAP machine recall by Philips Respironics.
More than 15 million worldwide, the devices worldwide were voluntarily recalled by Philips after it was revealed a noise-canceling foam that was inside the machines could break down and be inhaled by the users while they were sleeping. But PJ Randhawa finds that 2.5 years after this recall, some Chicagoans are still having sleepless nights waiting for the replacement machines.
Some sleep apnea patients, like the Naperville man you're about to meet, are still having to make a difficult choice each night. Choose not to use the CPAP device prescribed by their doctor and risk not being able to breathe while they're sleeping, or use the device and face the risk of a wide range of illnesses, including cancer.
When I lay down and fall asleep, my throat collapses and I stop breathing.
For traveling lecturer Steve Levin, this Philips CPAP machine has always been his #1 carry-on.
Once I take it out of my carrying case, I just need to plug this in, so it's very convenient.
About 3 months after Steve bought his CPAP machine in 2021, he and millions of other Philips customers got a recall letter stating foam breakdown in the CPAP machines could, quote, result in serious injury, which can be life-threatening or cause permanent impairment.
They're concerned that an insulating material inside the machine will break down, that you'll breathe it in, and it can cause cancer later. Philips disputes that, but you know, how long do you want to roll the dice and take your chances on that?
The recall that is keeping millions of people awake at night.
NBC5 Responds found regulators have received close to 100,000 reports of a wide range of injuries tied to the foam breakdown, including cancer, pneumonia, asthma, and other respiratory problems. The FDA said among those reports are 346 potential deaths.
The idea that when I use it, I might be shortening my life a little bit. It is concerning.
While the recall took Steve by surprise, NBC5 Responds found problems at the heart of the matter were not a surprise to Philips, according to inspection records from the FDA. Inspections show Philips knew about the degrading foam since at least 2015 through thousands of consumer complaints and their own testing throughout the years, but they allowed the machines to be sold anyway. In response, Philips told us they're working closely with the FDA to clarify and follow up on the inspectional findings.
I'm actually horrified to hear that. That's it for that machine.
Now, 2.5 years after the recall, Steve still hasn't received his replacement.
A couple of weeks ago, they sent me an email that said, well, yeah, your replacement's not coming. We know you asked for it, and but we're having problems getting machines.
After our interview, he changed his mind about getting a replacement Philips machine and now instead wants the $500 payment option instead.
2 years of delay. 2 years that I've been using it, and you know, apparently with more risk than I knew.
NBC5 Responds reached out to Philips on Steve's behalf, and just 7 days later, Philips reached out to Steve and confirmed his payment was now on its way. In a statement, a Philips spokesperson told us so far 2.5 million remediated devices are in the hands of U.S. patients and medical equipment providers. And in response to the replacement delay, they say this is one of the largest recalls in the medical technology industry. The repair and replacement program is complex due to the volume of devices to be addressed, as well as the scale of individual patient outreach.
It's a horrible position they put me in.
Steve's still worried about the toll the device may have taken on his own health, and he's upset the company recall warning wasn't more urgent.
I just think if they haven't been upfront about what they've been doing, they should really be punished. They treated this and led people to believe that it's no big deal.
Senator Dick Durbin is now one of the congressional lawmakers calling for a federal investigation into Philips. In September, Philips agreed to pay almost $500 million in a settlement over the health risks from the foam in their CPAP machines. PJ Randhawa, NBC5 Responds.
Our thanks to PJ.